Hi, I'm Dan Yok Yang, and I've had the privilege of being the chairman of the MET Internal Medicine Committee over the last 5 years. For all of us who have had the privilege of being trained in specialty medicine in Singapore, we will know and thank Prof. Chew for his visionary leadership to bring specialty medicine in Singapore to the level where we are today. And it is not just his leadership in creating the School of Postgrad Medicine, it is also his mentorship, his gentle ways, his caring style that has inspired us to continue on this mission to teach and to build every generation of young doctors into the best possible leaders of our faculty. Thank you very much, Prof. Chew. We will always remember you and will do our best to live up to your legacy. Thank you.
I first got to know Dr. Chew as a very junior medical officer in Unit 4, Tan Tock Seng. He was this very learned senior consultant that turned up once a week, where we will present the x-rays finding of the respiratory cases, the lung cases, to him, and he will give his opinion. I mean, even at that time, I could sense that very deep enthusiasm and that commitment to teaching the next generation. And I benefited so much from all those sessions. His analysis of the case, the way he reads the chest x-rays. It was such an enjoyable session, and I really benefited a lot. Later, I got to know Dr. Chew better in treatment, in the postgraduate exams, and looking at how we can develop our clinicians further. Dr. Chew was instrumental in the MET MRCP exam and setting that standard for our internal med specialists in Singapore. The kind of exams, the rigors that we go through, Dr. Chew is instrumental in setting those standards. Even in the Academy of Medicine, I've worked closely with him. His aspiration and his dream for the medical community and how we can serve the public is so palpable in that we need to maintain high clinical standards and high competency. Dr. Chew, we just want to thank you so much for shaping the medical community, for helping us have that vision and to maintain that high standards that we can serve the population now. So thank you very much, Dr. Chew.
Prof. Chew, thank you very much for your unwavering support for the MET anesthesia exams over all these years as we changed it and improved it and transformed it to what it is today. I'm sure we'll continue improving it.
to the family and friends of Professor Chu Chin Hin. Wexler and I have known Professor Chu Chin Hin for more than 40 years. Professor Chu was medical superintendent at the Tan Tock Seng Hospital when I was a medical trainee at Medical Unit 4 there. Later, after moving to emergency medicine at the Singapore General Hospital, I had a number of opportunities to interact with Professor Chu, who was then Deputy Director of Medical Services Hospitals at the Ministry of Health. As DDMS hospitals, he contributed significantly to the development of emergency medicine services in Singapore. He was instrumental in setting up the A&E Services Coordinating Committee, which later became the Emergency Medicine Services Committee of MOH, which I had the privilege of chairing from 1994 onwards. He played a critical role in facilitating the introduction of automated external defibrillators, AEDs, into Singapore's emergency ambulance services. These AEDs have since then saved countless lives in the country and are now to be seen in so many parts of the country. On a more personal note, Professor Chu has been instrumental in helping the development of the professional careers of Wexler and I. In 1979, after a number of failed attempts on my part to get Wexler, an American medical graduate, employed as a house officer in our public healthcare system, Professor Chu, as a then member of the Singapore Medical Council, supported her application for eligibility to work in Singapore and begin her internship. In the late 1980s, he successfully appealed to the then head of civil service to approve my application for a HMDP fellowship in emergency medicine. In 1990, he, on his own initiative, nominated Wexler and I for fellowship of the Royal College of Physicians of Edinburgh.
From my perspective, Prof. Chu is the epitome of a master clinician, educator, and administrator. I must acknowledge that he helped launch my career in healthcare in Singapore. Over and beyond his accomplishments and contributions to Singapore healthcare, Prof. Chu is a tremendously caring individual. He has shown concern in our lives and our careers, always a beacon of hope and pride for what we have accomplished. We are sure that he has touched the lives of so many in similar ways, and not just ours alone. For this, we're all very grateful.
Even after he retired from the Ministry of Health and became advisor to the Division of Graduate Medical Studies at the National University of Singapore, he used his good offices to facilitate the progression of the Master of Medicine in Emergency Medicine examinations. Throughout his career, Professor Chu worked in the background, helping his colleagues develop further in their disciplines, which were not necessarily respiratory medicine. He was a fatherly figure, teacher, mentor, and friend to us. His guidance and foresight in supporting advances in medical care has resulted in many lives saved and many careers progress positively. Though we'll miss him, his legacy of helping the progress of medical care and supporting the efforts of the many who sought his assistance will never be forgotten. Goodbye, Professor Chu Chin Hin. The lessons you taught us will continue to guide us in life and in healthcare. Thank you.